Welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be discussing a very important topic, talking about spiritual husband or wife. This particular topic is something that has caused a lot of debate, and a lot of people are looking for answers on this particular topic of spiritual husband or wife. So the question to ask ourselves is, spiritual husband or wife, does it really exist? Well, that is a very straightforward question, but you cannot give a straightforward answer. Reason being that there are so many debates on this. Some people believe there is nothing called spiritual husband or spiritual wife, while a lot of others believe there is. And lending my own voice to this, I want to say that because you are not aware of something does not make that thing not to exist. Because you don't believe in a particular thing does not make that thing to be false or not true. Spiritual husband has caused a lot of problems to so many people. Though some people are not aware of this, but those who are battling with this will tell you exactly what this simply means. What are the signs that you are going to be seeing when you have spiritual husband or wife? There are so many signs, and they varies from individual to individual. Some of the signs are simple. You just find that things are getting difficult and difficult. Where others are making it, you are not getting headway. Things are just getting difficult. In your workplace, people are not actually liking you. People are not favoring you. You are not getting help. And most of all, where everybody goes and gets things done, when you get there, things will be very difficult for you. That is one. In some cases, and in most cases, you always dream of having sexual intercourse. Might be the male or the female. Another one is that most of the time you eat in your dreams. Also, another one is when you dream of actually getting married. You actually celebrated a marriage. You did a big and elaborate wedding in your dream. Another one also is that you start getting annoyed easily. If anybody says anything to you, especially the opposite sex, you start fighting. If it's a male, once a lady just comes to you for something minor, you turn it into a fight. And if it's the female, once a man comes to you, maybe just talking to you innocently, you turn it into a fight. This is as a result of the jealous spouse, this spiritual spouse. It might be a man, it might be a woman, but it is actually a spirit. So in essence, spiritual husband and spiritual wife exist. There are no two ways about it. This has been discussed from ages. A lot of people are facing this. They've been discussing this since time immemorial, and people are still having the same problem. And from my little experience, a lot of people come to me talking about spiritual husband and spiritual wife. Some of them even claim they've been to different places, but there seems to be no solutions. Well, I want to tell you straight off that the case of spiritual husband and wife is a very difficult case. And for most spiritualists to deal with this, most spiritualists shy away from this. They don't want to meddle into it. Because most of these spiritual husband or wife are very jealous. And once they are jealous, they are very violent. So it is very, very difficult discussing the I've actually, to be sincere with you, I've actually shied away from this topic for so long. Most of my subscribers are asking me, I'll discuss spiritual discuss spiritual, but I'm just shying away because I know it is a very difficult topic to treat. Apart from that, once you get into it, you yourself that is spiritualist will also experience some difficulties. But because the noise has been so much, the request has been so loud, I just decided to have it. So I have to get ready. I have prepared some things because I know things might get a little rough. But I'm up to the task because I've just decided to do it, and I know once it comes, I'll deal with it. But I want to tell you that talking about spiritual husband or wife is not a child play. And for those of us who believe it does not exist, well, I don't know, I'm not praying for you to experience it. But I just want to tell you that because you have not experienced it does not mean it does not exist. It exists. And a lot of people are battling with this. They've been to churches, they've been to mosques, they've been to spiritual places, they've been to mountains, but they've not gone solution to this. So this takes us to the next step. What are the causes of this? Or what is the root cause of spiritual husband or wife? Well, this is also very difficult to explain because it's one of the mysteries of this world, the spiritual mysteries of this world. And I want to also tell you that the issue of spiritual husband or spiritual wife or spiritual marriage is not limited to a particular race. It cuts across because I have my subscribers from different regions and different countries of the world. Those who are in the US, who are in the India, who are in Caribbean, who are everywhere. White, black, Caucasian, all the colors, they have this particular problem. So the root cause of it, to me, is a mystery. It's not really known. But sometimes it might be caused by some things that have been done by your parents in the past, or it might be due to some forces that you don't see but are very close to you that are manipulating these things to come to you. And a lot of people use this as a witchcraft attack. They attack you with this. And also, there is these spirits that move about in the daylight. Some of them move around 12:1 in the afternoon, and at night they move about. They are mostly common at night. They are mostly seen at night between 11 and 3 a.m. That is when they are rampant. They are everywhere. So you might get afflicted with them, or you might get connected with them. Maybe the way you are dressed, or maybe the time that you are roaming about. The way you are dressed can really have a lot, can attract this also. It might be your parents, it might be you, the way you are dressed. It might come directly through your parents, or it might come directly to you, maybe the way you are dressed. I've heard of a case when the spiritual husband get into the life of this particular lady because of her hair. He said the hair was so big, actually was well made, but the lady was not covering her hair, and the spirit was roaming about looking for where to enter. When she saw this lady, the hair, she's not covering her hair, the hair was so big and beautifully made. So the spirit entered through the hair. So you can see there are different reasons for this, but to me it's still mystery. When you talk about spiritual things are not just something that you can see with physical eyes, or you can just know directly like that, or that has most of spiritual cases, you don't really have explanation for it, because those are the mysteries of the Almighty. And I used to say in this channel that the spiritual affects the physical. Don't believe that because don't believe that because things are working for you in the physical world that there is nothing called the spiritual. The spiritual is there, and anything that happens in the physical has already happened in the spiritual. So going back to spiritual marriage or spiritual husband or wife, what can you do? What can you do to get away from this problem? I mean, what is the solution? There are so many ways to solve this problem, but it is not easy though. But there are so many ways to solve it. There are things that you can do, that you can use, natural ingredients that you can use that repels these forces. When I say repels, that drives away these forces. These natural ingredients drive away this spirit. This spirit does not like those ingredients. And I'm going to be mentioning like 2 or 3. The first one that drives away these spiritual forces, the spiritual husband or the spiritual wife, is tomato leaf. Tomato leaf has a kind of smell. I don't really know, but it repels them. It drives them away. Once you have it close to you, they run away from you. Then 2, alligator also drives them away. You know, alligator itself is a spirit. Alligator drives them away. They don't like the smell, and they don't like it's so powerful, too powerful for them. They run away. Another one is garlic. Garlic. They run away from garlic. And in some cases, they run away from camphor too. Camphor. They block camphor. We call it kafura in our place. They run away from it. Then there is this hard stone. We call it akokuta in Yoruba. It also repels them. But they have their different uses, how you use them. In this video, I'm not going into detail how to use them. But I just want to sensitize you. I want to show you, and at the same time, I want to like contribute my own quota to put my own mouth into it. So there are a lot of people are saying there is no spiritual husband or wife. I want to say there are spiritual husbands and wives. They are spirits. It's not something you can see physically, but they have their manifestation. You know how they work, and most of them works on covenant. They already made a covenant, either knowingly or unknowingly with you. So they already made a covenant with you. You might not know it. They made a covenant with you, and they get to you through different means. It's either from birth, through your parents, or they come to you directly. That is why it is better most times, anything you want to do it in moderation. I'm not saying you should not take care of yourself. Take care of your look good, feel good, but you have to do your things in moderation. These spirits, they are spirits, but they also like good things. When they see good things, they want to come to that thing. And the only way to go away from them, to repel them, is to use some of these things that repels them. That's one. Number 2 is to do your things in moderation, especially when you are dressing up. And thirdly, try to stay away in the night. Don't go out often in the night. I want to go out, make sure you are covered very well. Don't expose your part. Don't expose your private life. Most of our ladies now are fond of exposing themselves. It's either they are dressed openly, they are showing their breasts, they are showing their cleavage, they are going their back. No, you have to dress. I'm not saying you turn yourself into a Buddha, but what I'm saying is you have to dress in moderation. When you dress in moderation, these things go away from you. They don't actually come to you. By the way, if you have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell. And before I go, let me remind you that I'm going to do a video telling us how to actually use some of these natural ingredients to break away from spiritual marriage. So make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification bell so that when I release this video, you'll be the first to be notified. Until I come your way again, remain spiritually intelligent, and don't forget, we can actually succeed together. Thank you.